how much money does Iron Man have? He only has 38.9 billion. Oh, Batman's richer.
I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Feeding the Nerd.
I don't even think I'm supposed to go here. I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Every time he takes fall damage, I have to wince a little bit.
That's fine. So, dude, am I... Okay. I think I have the map. Yep, I do. Yeah, so... Oh, I need the compass still. Crap. Okay.
You butthole.
Yeah, dude, I think I missed it. So, of course, that damn thing had to reset. But last year for Halloween, I pretty much went through the candy stash that I had in my house and just handed it out. So there was like full-size bags of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh,
and
wow.
I had like a couple cases of Jones sodas. I was handing those suckers out. Also because I can't get them around me, so I have to like order them through the internets, and you get them in case quantity, and I really wanted to try their s'mores flavor, and it's not great. It's fine, but it's not great, so I handed those out because I wasn't gonna drink them myself anyway. But yeah, so that, yeah, dude, last Halloween was pretty good. This year's Halloween, because it's on a Friday, it's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be a good situation. There's gonna be kids everywhere. Okay. One of the things that I hate the most about my neighborhood, and I don't understand what it is, people love driving golf carts around. What the actual F, dude? There's not a golf course within miles of this place, and it's not a big subdivision, and it's one of those that like it looks like it just dropped out of the sky, and because it's surrounded by nothing.
Yeah, cornfields and whatnot.
Yeah, so like you're not taking that thing to town to like go to the Dollar General. No one's doing. It doesn't leave the subdivision. It's legitimately like, oh, we're just gonna go down to Chad's house and we're gonna swizzle our pixie sticks together. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, talk about privilege, man.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those in there, golf carts and whatnot. And yeah, my neighborhood's not that big. Like, I walk to the pool, you know. We don't even have a pool, dude. That's how small my neighborhood is. We don't have a pool. We have a pond, but it's legitimately like, it's just like a water retention thing. Probably
or
has
whatever.
a fire hydrant next to it so they can put fires out.
Yeah, that they're like, sure, you can fish here. You're not gonna catch anything, but you can fish here all you want.
We're not gonna stock the pond, then your HOA fees would go up.
Yeah.
How much are your HOA fees, by the way?
I think it's like $300 a year.
That's not bad.
350. But it doesn't pay for much. I mean, snow removal, that's it, you know? There's nothing else. What else is
ours
there?
have gone up over the years, but I mean, yeah, but we do have a community pool. So it feels, you know, like when we have to write that check every year, it kind of sucks. But then I put it in perspective. I'm like, well, we do have a pool, and they cut the green space grass and do some other things, but I don't know. It's just, you know, creative ways to take our money. You know, that's just life. Let's. Do you want to play a game?
I want to play a game.
This segment is called One Gotta Go.
Yes.
Sorry. Gotta go. Drew, I'm going to give you a list of 3 or 4 things, and you tell me which one you would sacrifice if you had to sacrifice one.
Oh, okay.
And it's got to go, okay? And I picked the perfect time, obviously, because you're trying to figure out where to go, and you're dodging big boulders like Indiana Jones.
Taking boulders to the face.
Okay, this is a good one. I'm gonna tweak this one because I think I would. It's funny. I know you so well. I know which one you would get rid of. So I tweak it slightly because I want to put only things that you love. Sonic, Link, and Pikachu. One gotta go, and this is for you as well, chat. Sonic, Link, Pikachu. One's got to go.
That's tough, dude. Is this a no? Well, I don't think that's a bombable. I'm just burning through my bombs for no freaking reason. I swear, dude. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. Like, that's so hard because I love all of them. Like, Link is awesome, dude. I'm playing. I've played a lot of the games. I haven't played all of them, but I've played a lot of them, and I love them. I also love Pokemon, dude. And Pikachu's not my favorite Pokemon, but I look at Pikachu as the representation of Pokemon totality, you know?
So if you sacrifice Pikachu, it feels like you're sacrificing Pokemon. By the way, Lee said Sonic.
And while I would pick Sonic over Mario any day, like, Sonic's my boy, dude.
Yeah.
I knew speaking of Jones sodas, in my, like, cabinet to my left, I have the Sonic the Hedgehog Jones sodas, like, prominently displayed. Didn't try any of them. I just got a 4-pack and then put it in the thing immediately. But
I knew Sonic was your main squeeze. By the way, dude, Mario was originally on this list, and
he would have been the one to go.
Yeah, I took him off because I knew you would sacrifice the plumber.
Yeah, dude. But I'll agree. I'll agree and say Sonic. Because if it's one of those, like, they gotta go and everything that they're a part of goes with them, I would rather sacrifice Sonic and Tails and Amy and Froggy and Big the Cat and Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles and all of them.
Mark said Pikachu. So
I get that.
Yeah. We got a couple different conflicting viewpoints here. I love it. Okay, let me pick another good one that I think would keep you. Speaking of Pokemon, this one might be kind of easy. One gotta go. Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow.
It's
not the greatest.
Red.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, it's the same game.
Yeah.
And I played Blue as a kid, so I've got that, like, nostalgia. I've never played Yellow, but I've wanted to.
Yeah.
And I know it's just, it's just Red and Blue, but with the addition of Pikachu.
I'll be honest. When I was a kid, when Yellow came out, because if you recall, it was like the outlier. It came out. It came out later.
It was after the original 2, and I think it also came out in tandem with, like, a limited edition Game Boy or something like that.
I was actually, like, appalled by the idea that I can't choose my starting Pokemon, and freaking Pikachu's gonna follow me around. That's why I never played Yellow, because I wanted the choice, even though I always chose Charmander or Bulba. No, Blastoise is Squirtle. Thank you, Squirtle. Yeah, so those were always my 2 starting Pokemon, but for whatever reason, I thought the lack of choice in Yellow was a bad thing or something. Mark, so as far as my answer, I say Pikachu because I never played Pokemon. Watched the cartoon back in the day, but that's it. All right, that's fair. Pokemon.
Some Pokemon.
I was part of that first wave of, like, Gen 1 first edition Pokemon cards. Never played the game, but we traded them on the schoolyard like it was crazy. If I could go back in time, I would tell my childhood self, like, yo, bro, don't listen to anyone, no matter what they say. When they say these Pokemon cards are worthless, like 10 years from now, just keep them anyway, man. Just keep them anyway, because fast forward another 10 years, and you could buy a house with this collection, my dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I think this is
so annoying. All right, let's get another one. One gotta go. Oh, this is a good one. And it lines perfectly with Finding the Compass. One gotta go, Drew. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Harry Potter?
Okay, Star Wars is staying. Star Wars is safe. It is getting a rose because I love it, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
So the question is, Lord.
Oh,
Lord of the
wow.
Rings
That got me, dude.
Don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic. Ooh, do I dare? I think it's. I don't think it's bottomless. Well, okay. I'll use this as the deciding factor because I like all of the movies that they're associated with. I like both of the audiobook versions. I've read the books for all of them. I actually just finished the Silmarillion, and I don't recall most of it. Dude. It's like Dune, where I'll read chapters and then I'm like, what did I just read? It doesn't register in my brain hole. So, bastard, give me some.
It's like reading a textbook. I've heard.
Well, okay. In reality, it's a bunch of stories, sort of unfinished and like kind of cobbled together, and it's not cohesive at all.
The ramblings of J.R.R. like when he's whiskey drunk, you know?
Yeah, right. And then his son like combed through it after he was gone and then tried to like piece it together. It's fine. The problem with Lord of the Rings is all of the names of everyone, and the swords have multiple names, and there's Gandalf and Mithrandir, and he's got another one that I can't remember, and it's like just call him one thing, please.
If you love lore, love Lord
of the Rings.
The lore of the Rings. Lee said, I'll be honest, Lord of the Rings, I never gave it a fair shake, though. It's such a hard sell to get me to watch high fantasy for hours. See, I'm the opposite. I'll say that as much as I love sci-fi, I love fantasy, and I like high fantasy at that. So not a tough proposition for me personally. I could sit and watch. I consume tons of fantasy stuff. I like this comment too. Back to Pokemon for 1 second. Lee said, "I'm surprised that isn't a more common criticism of Yellow. Like that was the personality test of children. Are you a Blastoise or a Charizard kid?" That's so true.
Yeah, it is. And if you were, oh, dang it, dude. And if you were, Venusaur, Bulbasaur, whatever, like they're just like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you like plants, and you're like, yes.
Looking back, they probably they could probably tell like what you were gonna be when you grew up based on what starting Pokemon you chose. You know, it's like, oh, all the Blastoise kids became doctors and lawyers, and all the Charizard kids became sales people or so. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Using different parts of our brain, but you got it, dude. One's got to go, man. Is it Lord of the Rings or is it Harry Potter?
It is Lord of the Rings, and the only reason I say that is because I had a blast playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I have not had that much fun playing any Lord of the Rings game. I know that is like blasphemous to you, given that you loved the Lord of the Rings game or games that you've played. Come on, you little turd nugget.
Well, Mark agrees. They're all good franchises, but one has to go. I'd say Lord of the Rings, not the Hobbit movies. They stay. Really?
That's a hot take.
That is a hot ass take.
The first two Hobbit movies I love. The third one I will skip, and I just don't think that it's necessary. You know, like once things are done. I feel like the last movie, it's like they just drug it out a little too much, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
Well, they had to get that trilogy, man. They had to.
Well, and that wasn't Peter Jackson's choice. That was the studio. That was Warner Brothers just trying to go for a cash grab, and they ended up shooting themselves in the foot with it. You know, like,
yeah.
Oh God.
I can honestly say this is another hot take and sacrilege, but I've started it, never finished the Hobbit movies. And I've read the book several times. I love it. It's beloved by me, but it just didn't do it for me the way, you know, Lord of the Rings proper did.
Yeah, it's not as well done, I guess. But
they did a lot of CGI and stuff in it too. That was the other criticism from like OG fans, is they didn't have as many practical effects and they didn't build as many models and things. And it was because something to do with like IMAX or something. Like they had to do it like CGI because it like it's not compatible or high quality enough for IMAX or something like that. Which makes perfect sense, which is why I still watch certain movies on VHS, because I don't want that crazy high quality look on movies, like especially movies from like, you know, 80s, 90s. I want that
from the 80s, 90s, and today.
Yeah, let's do one more for now. We can come back to this. Man, this is a good one. This is right up Drew's alley, because this is one of his favorite, maybe if not his favorite superhero. One gotta go, Drew. Batman 89, Batman Begins, or The Batman?
Batman Begins. And that is I know that is non-popular opinion, but Batman 89, Michael Keaton Batman, probably like the best Batman. It's just so, he's not the best Bruce Wayne, but he's the best Batman in my mind.
Begins, wasn't that the sequel to that?
No, Batman Begins is the Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, what about like swap Begins for The Dark Knight?
I'm lumping the entire trilogy in. Yeah, anything Christian Bale, and like I like those movies. I respect them. That is another one where I will watch the first two and not the third, because it's like I don't need to see. You know, I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I just revisited those, and I kind of thought Bane went down kind of like a chump, you know?
Yeah,
like she hits him with a motorcycle basically, and he finally gets it. It's like all that time, all you had to do is run him over with a motorcycle.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Vehicular homicide or whatever. That'll take out Bane. Yeah. And I just didn't. I prefer the jacked and juiced Bane versus a real world representation, because it's like, okay, so he's just a strong dude, like great, but Batman has like devices and things. Like he's you know, like I don't know. There has to be a level of whimsy that goes along with my Batman villains, and I was not getting that from the Christopher Nolan.
Well, you don't get that from the Batman either. It's very real and like psychopath.
But the real, I mean, here's the thing: the true test will be how they do Clayface, because the Riddler is a real person. There's nothing whimsical about the Riddler outside of the fact that he's brilliant and that he, you know, is a special kind of crazy that loves making little quirky notes and things, and you know, like that's him. But if you if you're gonna like the Joker, there needs to be high levels of crazy, and Heath Ledger Joker, fantastic, great representation. The only Joker that I actively hate is Jared Leto Joker, and it's because he's just sort of like a whiny little bitch, and that's not Joker. That's not my Joker.
He's not my Joker, man.
Yeah, and I think he could have done a good job, but the problem is everything he touches now turns to garbage.
Yeah.
So, which is why I don't like Tron.
Which wasn't always the case. Dude, we recently just watched a lot of Batman. I've been consuming so much Batman recently, and The Batman, I've said it before, I'll say it again, truly surprised me, because I was like, Robert Pattinson, no way I'm watching that. You finally convinced me. I watched it. I love it. It might be my favorite Batman of all time, and the reason why is it's so real. It's so believable. He's like falling off of stuff, like his equipment malfunctions. Yeah, it's way more detective-y than the other Batman movies. Like he's just rolling around being a detective, basically, with a little bit of gadgets.
It's very noir, dark detective, and I love that, dude. That is one of my favorite versions of Batman.
Well, and his Batmobile's cool. It's like I looked it up finally, and it's modeled after like a Dodge Charger or Challenger. I forget which one, but
yeah,
it's as though he just had like the body of a Challenger, and then he souped it up, and it's just good, dude. And then, oh, dude, like my favorite part of that movie is like it's early in the movie when he's like in the subway or whatever, and they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Vengeance."
I'm Vengeance.
And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. It's so good, dude." I'm Vengeance.
Well,
and then they keep calling him Vengeance throughout the movie. I love it.
Well, and then he sort of realizes, like, oh, dude, that's not a good thing, you know? Like, it's a slow understanding of, like, oh, like, this, with great power comes great responsibility. It's kind of like one of those moments where he can influence a lot of people, and while he might be doing good things by, like, getting rid of criminals and, you know, whatever, like, he's also causing crime. Like, he's the reason why a lot of that crap happened, and that's not great, dude. Like, you're the reason why the Riddler exists, essentially. And it's like, dude, that's you, man. The whole city being burnt to the ground and flooded, like, that's on you, dog.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's funny how he's just like actively trying. He's basically come to the realization that Batman needs to ultimately go away at some point.
Well, it's just he needs to change. He needs to be a symbol of fear, vengeance, and hope.
Yeah,
like, you need that hope level, and he does not have it, dude. He's still, I'm sad, emo, my parents died kid.
Yeah, my inheritance. That's another thing I like about that version is like his money's running out, and I love that. Like he doesn't have unlimited fundage the way Christian Bale did.
And it is funny when you do that kind of thing. It's like in the grand scheme of it all, I think Batman, like Bruce Wayne, is supposed to have like $40 billion or something like that. Like, and then you're like, okay, whatever. They're like,
okay, well, but how much money does Iron Man have? And like, oh, he only has 38.9 billion. Like, oh, Batman's richer. Like,
is he?
Yeah,
you know, like,
I don't know. Fine. I don't know. That's funny, though, that somebody, like, quantified it. I also, to put the Batman conversation to rest, last comment is that I really like what's-his-name, and it's, forgive me, as Alfred. He plays a great,
Serkis, dude.
He plays a great Alfred. Yeah, he's young. Like, in Alfred terms, he's young, you know, and he's usually an older actor, and I just thought that was cool that they kind of switched it up for that film, if you will.
Well, I will say, though, and I know you don't. I don't think you watched the Gotham show. Sean Pertwee is my favorite Alfred. And the thing is, you get a lot of him, and you also get young Bruce Wayne trying to figure out his jazz, and that makes it just a little bit more special. But he's great, dude. He is awesome as Alfred because he's sort of like proper, a little bit of Cockney British, and he's fully ready to like roll up his sleeves and like kick ass, and you can tell like he's sort of fresh off of a military career when he becomes Alfred, and he's like, okay, well, now I have to be an adult and I have to be responsible, but there's still a little bit of that scrapper in him. He got that dog in him, dude.
Okay, I like that. All right, we have to pause. Well, this conversation you can keep playing for a brain fart. We have a word from our sponsors. Today's stream is sponsored by Time Machine Socks. Step into your past. Literally, Time Machine Socks claim to send you straight back to the 90s. Guaranteed side effect. You will smell like an old library book, VHS tape, and regret. No FDA approval at this time, but they do claim that time travel may result in paradoxes or accidentally giving your younger self bad advice. Time Socks, because nostalgia is painful anyway. Thanks, Time Machine Socks.
Thank you for your contribution. Oh, crap.
We got time for one more. I think. That's right. It's this is also sponsored by Extreme Pillow. Introducing the Extreme Pillow, so soft, so cozy, you'll forget the world even exists. Available in Mario Red and Zelda Green.
Yes.
Side effects may include falling asleep mid-conversation, spontaneous snoring, and dreaming exclusively in 8-bit graphics. The Extreme Pillow, because reality is overrated. Thank you, Extreme Pillow, for sponsoring this stream. And back to our regular show here. All right, man. Let's get into something that I feel is worth talking about. The segment of the hour at the top of the hour here. We're getting ready to get into. It's 8:47 a.m. Eastern, so we're close to the top of the hour. This segment is called Useless Gaming Accessories. Yes, that is useless, as in they were stupid. We bought them anyway, and we never used them. I will go first, Drew.
Okay.
So, if you recall, the PlayStation... Sorry, I got distracted by the chat, as I often do. The PlayStation 2 only had 2 ports for controllers, right? So you could play with you and one other person. There did exist an unofficial third-party dongle, if you will, that allowed you to play up to 4 players. Okay. Which was actually pretty cool, considering the N64 had it, built in. Which was like a miss, I think, in a way, on Sony's part. But they had a DVD player. I think everyone's first DVD player was the Sony PlayStation 2. So they made up for it.
Or first Blu-ray player was the PS3.
Yeah. So I bought this dongle thinking that, well, first of all, that I had enough friends to play it. But where the big miss was, and why it became a paperweight, is there really weren't a lot of games that allowed you to play with more than 2 players. Like even sport, it was like mostly sports games. And I didn't play a ton of sports games. So I don't know why I bought it. I think in the back of my mind, I thought that it was going to allow me to... I played a lot of SOCOM, if you remember that game on PlayStation 2. It was like a Navy SEAL game.
Yeah, I do.
It was like one of the first games I played where you had a headset, if your parents bought you one, where you could like audibly tell your SEAL team where to go in the game, and there was these prompts, and you had to get it just right, and it was wonky. I thought I could play with 4 people in SOCOM, maybe. But I got it. I never used it. I ended up donating it, literally, true story. I donated it to like my buddy's like local game store like last year. I was like, man, he's got like all these old systems set up in there for kids to play and stuff. I'm like, if you can get some use out of this, like this might be cool. Maybe it's like a hidden gem or something. You can just have it. And I forget the name of the company, but it was like some brand that made like knockoff controllers and stuff. But yeah, that was my most useless gaming accessory that I can remember. And yeah, it was stupid. I never used it.
Dude, that sucks. And we've all been there. Mine, I did use a little bit, but it was so not worth it in the end. And we are talking, of course, about the
every time, dude.
Every time. Now it's just a part of the tradition. The Pokemon Go controller Pokeball thing.
Oh yeah.
That I mean, and it was like I'm gonna say 40 because I don't want to hate myself, but I'm pretty sure it was like $60. And I did use it. I used it for Pokemon Go, and I would put Pokemon in it, and I would walk around with them so that I could hatch eggs and whatever. Like that was a part of it. And I got my Mew for Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that they gave you something.
Yeah. So it was fine. It was fine. Now it is just sitting in my in my cabinet with my other Nintendo stuff that I will probably never play or use again.
So what's funny is I did not know you were going to say that as you were talking. I have one of those as well, but I did use it a lot. I was the weirdo. And at first, it was hard for me to wrap my brain around because it's basically just a joystick and a button. And you're like, how is this going to work? But it makes perfect sense. Like, all you do in that game is just walk around.
Boy, Seth, we sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, folks. Come on, Seth, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When is that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? But how long is that?
In a little while, man.
But what am I going to do till then?
You can hit the subscribe button so you can stick around for more content, or feel free to watch some of our past stuff.
Don't forget to come back soon.
Because we'll be waiting here on
Nerd Bleeding the Nerd. What? Nerd Bleeding the Nerd.